He does need food as well. Food is kind of a big deal. So what if we were to go to rooms and... let's see here. Canteen there. And I do think a kitchen down here, sort of dedicated to the guards and the staff, could be a good idea. So that's going to be a canteen. We want to go to deployment, and remember, staff only. And then we need serving table, bench. Same thing as your regular old canteen. So, table. Well, actually, serving table. Right there. We'll get a bin in the corner. And, table. And a few benches. There we go. I think that'll work. I reckon that'll work out. We can get rid of you and maybe throw one there with a bench right there. That'll work out. As for here, we need a cooker. So cooker and a fridge and a sink and obviously some lights in there as well. So let's get some lights into all of this space. And that'll keep the staff happy when that all gets built in. Do we have 15 prisoners? No, but they're here in a very, very short amount of time. There we go. All right. So I think once my prisoner capacity hits 15... That's not right. I realize it's not prisoner capacity. It's my capacity for prisoners. It's not... Aha! I phrased that wrong. Interesting. All right. Foundations. Let's do this. Let's do this. We can afford it. We're definitely going to be able to afford it. Oh my god. Objects. Sell objects. Good lord. Good lord. This is a way to print money, man. This is a way to print money. Wow. That was kind of unexpected. I'm gonna be honest. That was kind of unexpected. I reckon maybe 20 workmen just to be safe. Could be an idea. What is going on here? What are you complaining about? You require solitary. Interesting. What do you require? Food? Exercise? Freedom? You're not getting freedom. Definitely not getting freedom. But we can give you some phone booths. Give you some weights benches. So just a little something like that to give them something to do out in the yard. That'll make them a little bit happier at some point. We do have construction going on down here, though, which is fantastic. So we're going to be able to get that common room fairly soon. We'll be able to get a few other things as well. And I do think it might be an idea to get a little door down here just so it's easier for them all to move around. So if we go into planning, a wall right there, a couple of doors like that, that'll sort of let them through and hopefully just make things a little bit easier. And the good news is this whole area is technically it's expandable. We can just build more cells out here if we want to. Which we're probably going to want to do because our prisoners are not going to like being, 15 to a holding cell. That's going to be quite a miserable experience for them. So the sooner we get these cells going, the better. The sooner, the better, 100%. So we'll let them build. I think a decent number of them are still trying to export stuff. We do still have exports. This guy can run faster than a truck. Good lord. That's incredible. Getting some serious speed right there. Jesus, all right. Let's go ahead and get the walls in down here that we're going to need. So walls straight across there, there, and there. And the doors are going to be... We'll go for a jail door, and a bunch of jail doors around here as well. So we'll get all those in. And we can actually go to rooms immediately and say common room. Common room right there. So that's going to be our common room. Then the medical room, the infirmary, is going to be here. Needs medical beds. So go ahead and get a couple of those. Just like so. They're a little bit expensive, but that's okay. We actually can get CCTV, but we need to connect it to a security room. So we're not going to be doing that just yet. And I think what we also need to do is maybe get some metal detectors around here. Might not be a bad idea. Especially going down towards the common room. So I reckon metal detector, metal detector, metal detector. Just around that area since it leads off that way. Couple of maybe double metal detectors there. Coming out of the cell block. Do we not have a door there? Do we really not have a door there? Good lord. That explains so much. That's why they can't get to the shower, man. I've only just noticed that. That's terrible. No wonder they've been complaining this whole time. I genuinely can't believe I forgot that. Huh. Alright then. Well, we do have logistics at the moment, don't we? So if we go to logistics and say, or deployment rather, and say guard patrols, I realize we've had this for a while. But what we can do is have a guard sort of... I'm going to have one guard patrol that sort of goes the whole way around here. Because that seems like a decent idea. So we'll put guard on that. We'll put 2 guards on that. And then we need a guard, I reckon, that goes... Oh, I don't know. Maybe this guard changes a little bit. I don't know. I want a guard that kind of walks around the holding cell a little bit. But I also kind of want him to go like this and into the canteen a bit. But that then puts... Maybe just the holding cell. Maybe just the holding cell. My voice is apparently wrecked. So we'll do this sort of thing. We'll have one that maybe goes around the canteen. We can eventually say, you know, when is this patrol active? For the time being, it's going to be all the time. These guys can't actually patrol through there, which is annoying. We'll have them sort of go down to the yard, though. So that'll be alright. We can have them go up there as well, just to make sure that nothing is, nothing's too shifty. And yeah, right here actually is the deployment scheduler, so we can, we'll have these patrols sort of be 24/7 for now. Eventually, I'd like that to change, though. Eventually, it'd be great. Oh my god, these trees. These trees, though. Why did I do this? This was not a good idea. This really was not a good idea. We need solitary right now, actually. So what if down here we had solitary confinement? So brick right there. We do maybe a jail door there. Oh, I don't know how we would do this. I think the jail door is going to have to be offset, isn't it? Yeah, the jail door would have to be offset. Unless we do it central and then sort of space it out differently. Because what I'm thinking is we'd have solitary basically be... It'd be this, wouldn't it? With single doors there. I think that'll work, honestly. I think that'll work out. So there we go. Entrance is on that. That can all be built up. The infirmary is actually ready to go, so Doctor. Grant complete. Fantastic. So the infirmary is G to G. We are going to need to bring power through a lot of this space. So let's make sure to do that. Bring power down there. Bring power up and straight through there. We'll bring it straight down the middle as well. And that should get everything nicely connected. We are doing fine on power over there as well. So that's good. Let's get some lights down here then. So a light there and a light there. I feel like the infirmary could almost do with a regular door, to be completely honest. I also feel like a guard patrol that regularly comes into the common room could be a good idea. Might also be worth just having a guard sort of stationed down there. To be honest. That might not be a bad idea. Otherwise, things could get a bit weird. So let's see, common room. What would a common room have? A pool table? Sure. We can do a nice wide sofa selection there. Can do a couple of them. Can do some phone booths, I suppose. Could do another pool table. You know, have it be a very social space. You can move around, enjoy pool if you want to. And a TV, I guess. Do like a nice TV right there and a nice radio, I guess, over there. That'll kind of work out. I think that'll be good for a common room. This right here is having some trouble though, which is unfortunate. We really need to get automation in here. Let's go back towards here and say remote access. We'll say intelligence. We'll say dogs. We'll go armory as well. Let's see. Tax relief. Tax relief could be good, and we sort of can't afford it. Education. I think we'll go for that. I think we'll go prison labor too. Prison labor is something I'm very much interested in. So, you know, we might as well see what happens with it. And also, do we have a prisoner? Are we missing a prisoner? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Why do we have a prisoner out of bed? You. Ah, you're waiting on solitary, right. Well, that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. Let's get a couple of lights down there. And we also need to get solitary actually built. So a bunch of brick walls can go in there. We can go for a bunch of solitary doors. And then when that's all built, we can go ahead and say, let's get solitary actually up and running. And let's also grab a couple more guards, because I think we'll go for 5 of them. I think we need to make sure guards are always, you know, not just patrolling. We need to make sure they're available to open doors. That's kind of a big deal. Otherwise, my prisoners just get sort of stuck everywhere. Which we... Or sorry, not my prisoners. My workmen get stuck everywhere, which we really do not want. Also, this is all still being cleared out. That's ridiculous. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, hold on a minute. Capacitor. We can afford quite a few of them. So we'll get those in there. Can I get those to be high priority? I absolutely can. So we'll get those in very, very soon if we can. Looks like we're going to be able to, though, so that's good. And that means we should be able to say, switch the power back on. There we go. All right. That makes me a little bit more comfortable with the prison right now. That's good. That's kind of what I want to see. Let's also high priority all of that construction right there. I kind of want that finished so that we can go ahead and actually get the cells in here. Because we've had these planned for a decent amount of time. It would be nice to, you know, see them get done. It would be nice. It would also be really nice to get solitary finished. There we go. That's what I want to see. Don't get stuck in there. Do not get stuck in there. Rooms. Where are we looking? Solitary confinement. Solitary. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be solitary. We can actually start moving prisoners down there, which will be beautiful. Meaning this guy is away to solitary through the staff area as well. That's particularly interesting. Not really sure if that's the safest way to do things, but whatever. Let's go ahead and get I want more metal detectors. I want one there. I want one there. Don't really need one there, but you know, I want one there just to be sure and safe. And I realize this is actually all done. So materials, brick walls in there with some nice jail doors. We could honestly do bunk beds. We could technically have these be dormitories as opposed to regular prison cells. That honestly might not be a bad idea. That might not be a bad idea. Because it's gonna give us a little bit, just a little bit of a higher capacity. You know what I mean? A little bit of a higher capacity, that seems like a good thing. So let's go to rooms here. Let's go to dormitory. It's risky, but I want to do it. You know? I want to do a dormitory. And I reckon we'll put a bookshelf into them as well to try and make them a little better. Now the question is, can I say that I want to copy all of that? So I want to copy that, right? Yes. No, I can't. I can copy the room, but I haven't copied the objects because the objects haven't been placed. Tell you what we should also do then. Some lights. Definitely going to want some lights in there. And definitely going to want some pipes in there as well. So utilities, large pipe. Let's just bring the pipes like this. It is a little expensive to do, but basically bring them along the front of the cells. And then have them sort of go straight through. Because, yeah, that's where the bathrooms are going to be anyway, or the toilets are going to be. So the pipes basically go straight like that. And that's going to, link up all of the toilets. And that'll be perfect. There we go. So all of that needs to go in. That was quite expensive to do, but fortunately, I have the ability to print money. So, you know, there we go. Problem solved. We're back up to, you know, near 10 grand. Where is it? Give me that 10,000. And there it is. So yeah, that's a little bit OP. I think it's fair to say. I think it's fair to say that is a little bit overpowered. But it's all good. Are my prisoners happy? Like, what's up with the prisoners right now? They've got serious complaints. Apparently water can leak out of there. That's interesting. Gonna need to get those built quickly. And honestly, might not be a bad idea to have a guard patrol just pop up into the showers as well. Just to be nice and safe there. Let's get another guard on that patrol as well. There we go. So hopefully that'll work out. They are currently rioting. They're really going for it as well. They were really going for it there. Huh. Alright, let's have a little look at my scheduling, because we haven't done this yet. So, where am I looking? Programs, finance, policy, regime. Let's change this about a little bit. So you wake up, you shower, you eat, and you get work or free time. So basically, if you don't work, you've got free time. You work until 6. And then you can eat. You can have forced yard time, then lock up. Actually, forced yard time, then free time, then lock up, then sleep. So what? We get 1 shower per day every morning. That'll kind of work. So from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., we need a guard in the showers. So if we go to deployment, we go to guards. We say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guard in the shower. 8, guard in the shower. 9, no guard in the shower. I don't know how this works. 7 to 8, 8 to 9. And then, how do I stop? Oh, hold on a minute. So, take them out. That's going to be 1 and 1. That's 2. Interesting. So 2 is... Okay, so take you out. So 7 and 8 is guard in there. Interesting. We'll have guards in the holding cells. We'll have guards in receptions. We don't really need them in yard. So hold on a minute. Let's actually plan this out. Let's plan this out. Take all guards out of everywhere. All, like, forced deployments. So, when they're sleeping... They sleep from 11 until 7. So there. We want 1 in the holding cell. And we'll need 1 over there eventually. But we'll have 1 in the holding cell for that time there. We'll have 1 in reception as well. So then at 7, we don't have them in there. Or in there. But then at 7, we have them in shower. And we have them there as well. Just to sort of, like, you know, move with the prisoners. Then at 9, we say, you come out of there. And you go to the canteen. We'll have 2 in the canteen, because they can get a bit messy in there. And that's fine. So that'll kind of work out. Then at 11, we say, none in there. We say, we 1 in the common room, 1 in the canteen, 1 in the holding cell, 1 in the yard. Maybe 2 in maybe one there. So something like that. We kind of have them spaced out a little bit. Maybe one sort of around there. We'll eventually need one in here as well when we get those cells, but that's okay. So that lasts from 11 until 6. So all the way to there. And then they eat again. So eating was 3. If I go there, we're back to that. Then yard time is 8 o'clock. So we'll say yard time is strictly going to be a couple of guards there. And then 9 o'clock is free time again, which can be the yellow one. And then 10 o'clock is lockdown. So lockdown is going to be holding cell and guards just sort of stationed outside. So something kind of like that at 10, which is going to be 6. So that changes our stationing pretty seriously, which is good. So we never have too many guards stationed. Like, there's a lot of guards stationed during free time, but that kind of makes sense. But there we go. That means that guards are always sort of going to be where they need to be, which is exactly what we want. We want them to be, you know, stationed where they're needed. And then we obviously have the guards sort of patrolling as well. That's a thing that they're doing too, so. It's all going to work out. It is all going to work out. That's all high priority as well, which is fantastic. So we're going to get all that done shortly. We do have some decent money. Let's see here. We've got deployment, surveillance, remote access. We need a security room sometime soon. We really need to get a security room in here so we can actually do remote control on the doors. That's kind of going to be a big deal. Oh, these are actually almost good, which is fantastic. Just need toilets in there. And then once the toilets are in, we actually need electricity as well, now that I think about it. So electricity can sort of run along there, up to there. Electricity can sort of run up there, which it already is, so that's fine. So yeah, these dormitories are going to be pretty useful. We can get 2 prisoners per cell, basically. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is kind of ideal. We're going to need to move our patrols around a little bit, but that's alright. Oh, it's work free time. So yeah, work free time. We can see, you know, the prisoners are actually going straight to a cell here. Interesting. Not bad. But we have them done in the common room. We have them sort of moving around, doing their thing. We have guards available to do different things. So it generally seems like it's working out. We have the guards, you know, where they generally need to be. We really need to get automation on these doors, though. That's kind of the big thing right now. That way the prisoners can move even more efficiently. Let's also get this to be high priority. Let's get this to be high priority. And you guys are actually sort of stuck at the main door. There you go. There you go. Come on through. Come on through. You'll be fine. Do what you need to do. Get the power cables in. And I actually reckon I can probably already copy and paste this, right? Yeah, I totally can. So let's do that the whole way across. Kind of expensive, but totally going to be worth it. Totally going to be worth having that all in there. We'll get the lights in. We'll just brighten it up a little bit. We do need some money, though, so I mean, I guess same old tactic that's worked every other time, as ridiculous as it may be. There we go. This is actually kind of an interesting way to play the game. I've never really played Prison Architect where I don't have to worry about money. And I mean, eventually, keep in mind, the goal would be to, like, fill up all of this space. So eventually this isn't going to be a thing I can do. Just keep that in mind. This isn't always going to be an option. This is, very much going to help me early game, but I don't know how long it's really going to help me for. Oh, wow. Those are some expensive cells. Those are some very expensive cells. Good lord. Hello, what is this? You've got a knife? All the available cells are too high quality for this guy. Sir? Can you stop attacking the door? No. Hold on. Lock shut. Oh, uh-oh. Oh! Oh! Let's just leave these as they usually are. You're done? Okay, they both just decided to walk in. Okay, then. Bit weird. Definitely a little bit weird. That's, apparently the way that's being done, though. He's injured. He's going to solitary, but he also needs searched. What do we got on him? Well, we had a knife and a baton, I believe. Fair enough. He's going to be in solitary for a bit, then lockdown for a bit. That's fine. That's totally fine by me. Oh, wow. These are coming together really nicely. These are coming together very, very nicely. We currently have a capacity of 8. I assume that'll climb. I also reckon I can probably go and sell more logs out here. Get a little bit more cash going. Oh, we apparently got a grant. Beautiful. That is what I wanted. That is absolutely what I wanted. Let's go to quick build. Quick build right there. And copy that. Throw it there. Throw it there. Alrighty. We'll get those in. Intelligence. What is this about? So this gives us the dangers. This gives us the contraband informants. We don't have any currently. But we can potentially try and recruit you, right? How would we do this? Recruit prisoners under duress. Potential CI. Gangs. Do we have any gang info? We have this guy. That's apparently their HQ. We've got a gang sort of up there as well. Interesting. How would I go about... To recruit a confidential informant, find a potential CI, go to the Experience tab, and click on the Recruit Informant button. Alright, we'll recruit you. So there you go. So he's going to be let out, he's not going to be our informant, and what's tricky about that is if it's found out that he's a CI, he will probably be stabbed. So, you know, he's kind of let out of solitary a little bit easy. But on the flip side, he's probably gonna get stabbed. Which really sucks for him, to be honest. Wouldn't want to be that guy. That's kind of all I'm saying. You know, more power to him. Being a confidential informant and all that, more power to him. I wouldn't want to do it myself, though. Especially in a prison with a guy with face tattoos. Don't know where he is, actually, but, you know. A prison that has a guy with face tattoos in it. Someone's got drugs, of course they do. That's the contraband scanners. That's the contraband scanners right there. Doing exactly what I want them to be doing. Catching contraband. That is exactly what they were designed to do. I'm realizing my staff are actually, they are eating, but none of this is actually connected up down here. So if we go to utilities, we actually need to bring some wire down in here, bring some pipes down in here, and hook all that up. I'll probably get another cook or two. Just so that they can do some decent work. That way everybody can be fed. We could probably do with more janitors as well. So we'll get 2 of those, and I'll tell you what, we'll get a couple of gardeners too. That way everything stays nice and tidy. And I suppose at this point we are probably good to go ahead and start looking towards the security room. And things like armories as well. So let's get back to planning. Let's try and keep our corridors the way we do. And this area is going to need to be very, very secure anyway. So we'll bring some walls out to here. We'll come across a bit like this. And that can honestly be the security room. And I think that's okay. Next to it, I'm going to say it's going to be an armory. Which is where obviously all the big guns are sort of kept. So that'll kind of work out. We do need some other rooms as well. We have things like laundry, visitation, library, classrooms are kind of a big deal. Mail rooms, etc., kennels, morgue. Honestly, the morgue could probably go down here as well. So if we go back to planning, we'll go to walls. We'll bring this down a little bit. And we'll just sort of do this kind of thing with the morgue. So it can sort of, you know, it can go right there. We'll get a bunch of morgue slabs in there. And to tell you the truth, we could probably get away with having like a little exit on the back of the morgue right there. So something a bit like that. So it's sort of a way out for the bodies. They can go up to the, I don't know, up to the hearse or wherever they need to go. That'll be kind of useful to have. I might double that up a little bit. Just something like that, so it's like doubly secure, given that it's a prison and all. But that'll get the bodies out of the prison a little bit easier.